My name is Susan Westfall, and Mr. Whidden is to my left, and Mrs. Marshall to my right. We're part of the Rec and Parks Committee, and we're here to provide a recommendation to council regarding authorizing Broomball Construction, Inc. to commence the design portion of the park maintenance building project at a cost not to exceed $525,000. Consideration of emergency legislation is requested so design can commence without delay, so for construction to commence early next year, excuse me.
So, I've already had this question once, so let me clarify something because of the way this was written on the agenda might be a little misleading. So we are asking for authorization of $525,000. That is not all for design.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. So just by way of background, this is it's been several years for those who are veterans on council that we have been trying to get this project built. For various reasons, we've not been able to do in-house construction management, in-house subbing out due to prevailing wage and other restrictions. And so and of course then we had the inflation and everything else that's hit us, that the cost of the project got to the point where we said, you know, we really need to look at this a little different way. And so I believe earlier in the year, council authorized a design-build mechanism. We opened bids, and the latest cost estimate from the bids is $1.7 million. That number includes all the design, construction management, contingencies not to exceed, and has the building built and operable in Duke Park. What council is authorizing, hopefully Monday, or the committee would be recommending, is a portion of that $1.7 million being released to do the next step, and that is both the design element as well as $350,000 up to $350,000 for the ordering of the shell of the building, the fabricated structure itself, without getting into the base and any utility extensions, any of the finishes, any of the HVAC and the mechanicals, etc., because that would then be a next step after this. And so that is what we are asking for. That $525 is in the budget for 2024 to accomplish the next step. There is a lead time on ordering the structure, which cannot be ordered until the design is done correctly so that we can order what we really want. And so that is the reason why we are asking for consideration of emergency as part of the legislation.
Comments?
Not now. Can you answer my questions?
Mr. Titterington, can you kind of speak to those who may not know kind of what the status and where the Parks Department is kind of located now and why?
Sure. The Park Department is actually located in several buildings. You have the two storage barns that are at Duke Park behind the playground equipment and the restroom building. And the intent would be to build the new building in front of, kind of adjacent to those two structures. The main building where the staff reports and is dispatched every day is at the corner of Riverside and or Staunton Riverside and Adams Street, just behind the in the parking lot of Hobart Arena along Staunton Road. That building is very old. It does not store everything that it needs to, and we had been looking to replace that. There's also a smaller kind of a mechanics or repair shop that's right next to it, on the arena property. The intention would be to keep the building, the larger building intact, because the arena operations would just want to use that as storage, so there wouldn't be folks in it. And then demolish the smaller structure to provide some additional parking spaces if necessary.
So this would centralize the Parks Department at the
It would.
city's largest park?
Yes, it would.
Okay, thank you.
And I can attest, being on the park board prior to being on council, that I've been in that building many times. It's very crowded. It's been taken over by a lot of equipment, and they've had to add little, sheds and so forth to accommodate their equipment. They have tried to get this accomplished several years, and it always came in higher than what was budgeted, and so it got pushed back and pushed back, so. Anyone else have comments?
If I may. Just a comment, I was just glad the mention of the mechanicals and electrical for the building was included. That's all I have.
Electrical's included in that?
Apparently.
The
Really?
1.7 should build the whole building, right?
Plenty of electrical,
Sorry.
plenty of
Since we're
extension cords.
on that
yeah.
subject, does that include plumbing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's part of mechanicals, yes,
Yeah.
Making sure.
and utilities, yeah.
Any other staff have any comments? Anybody in the audience? No? Recommendations?
We should move forward.
Move forward with emergency legislation?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Move forward. Thank you.